Ferris State absolutely dominates Roosevelt at their place, 66-0, and this Ferris State team got out to a fast start. 3 straight touchdown passes from Wyatt to Cam Underwood. If you truly want to talk about as perfect of a start offensively that you want to talk about, it's going to be this one. Like, their connection was fantastic in this game. 51 yards, 50 yards, and 40 yards. 3 huge plays to truly get this Ferris State offense going in the first quarter. That continued in the second quarter with a 63-yard pass from Wyatt to his brother, Tarek. He's just great. This Ferris State offense just truly never stopped. Like, this Ferris State offense had over 700 yards of offense, almost 800 yards total. That's just how dominant they were in this game. And they held Roosevelt to 283 yards overall. And 203 of those were through the air. Like, this Ferris State defense came to play. And even though 203 was through the air, they did force Zach Zella to throw 3 interceptions in this game, 19 for 35. If you look at that performance compared to Wyatt Bauer, 371 yards, 5 touchdowns, 20 for 28. Like, Wyatt continues to be great. And he didn't truly have to use his legs this game. Like, he only had 2 rushes for 18 yards total. Like, that's just how good he was through the air. That's just how good offensively this Ferris State team was, because it didn't rely on Wyatt Bauer to use his legs. It relied on Jake Price. Deion Small had 1 rush for 80 yards for a touchdown. You just see how many big play touchdowns that this Ferris State team had. They had 5 touchdowns of 40 yards or more in this game. That's just insane. Like, you don't typically see that type of offense, and there's really not a ton that you can take away from this game because of it. It's just, you know how good this Ferris State offense is. Roosevelt ran into an absolute buzzsaw. Cam Underwood, 3 receptions, 141 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tariq Bauer, 2 receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. They're the only ones that scored anything pretty early on in the game. You do have Jalen Townsend, did end up scoring 1 touchdown with a 2-yard reception, but that was really towards the later end of the first half, 48 seconds left to go. So, like, after that, it was basically just running the ball for the most part. You had Deion Small, like I said, 80-yard touchdown run. LaShawn Mumfield had the 25-yard touchdown run. It truly was just Ferris State going not only through the air in the first half, but when it truly became a lead that they knew Roosevelt couldn't come back from. It was a 42-0 lead going into the second half. It truly was Ferris State just running the ball, and they just continued to do so. They just continued to really put their will on teams at times. And, well, do I think this Roosevelt is the best team or the worst team that Ferris State will play? No, absolutely not. It's just when you run into a team like this Ferris State team, it's truly going to be hard not only to win a game, but it has to just be so hard mentally to go up against an opponent that you just know will just run the ball on you. Or they just have so many playmakers on this team. And this is a team that doesn't make a ton of mistakes, and even they don't make a ton of mistakes. They had 9 penalties for 70 yards in this game, so that isn't something extremely usual. It didn't hurt them. I don't think it's going to hurt them a ton this year. Maybe if they continue that against like a GVSU or something like that, maybe a better opponent might. But like, this Ferris State team not only gets pressure, they force turnovers, they continue to score, and they still have a large time of possession. Now, Roosevelt had a longer time of possession in this game, but that's because, again, these big play touchdowns, again, because the Ferris State team is scoring so quickly that, like, the other team is going to have more time of possession, but it doesn't matter when you're up 42-0 at half. So, yeah, just a complete domination from Ferris State. I did mention, again, Zach Zella, 143 yards, 3 interception. Cam Davis had 43 yards, You do have CJ Hood had one attempt for 11 yards, but if you look at just the average rushing attempt per yard, it's just not good for Roosevelt. Noran Eastbordon had 3 receptions, 55 yards. That's their leading receiver in this one. It's just really, really difficult to continue to talk about this game when Ferris was just so dominant. They made their field goals, which was won by Eddie Jewett for 23 yards. That's all they really needed to do. They only had to punt once from Mitchell Middleton. Yeah, that's really all I can have to say. Ferris completely dominated offensively, defensively, continued to step up. They're going to continue to be really good. They're 5-0 on the year, and I truly don't think there's anything more to say or expect from this Ferris State team. I think they're just going to continue to handle business. They got Wayne State next week. I think they're going to continue to handle Wayne State. Then they have Michigan Tech, Grand Valley State, and then you got November. I think this team's going to continue to run through their schedule. Things start getting a little bit more difficult under Michigan Tech and Grand Valley State, but right now, the way this offense and defense is rolling, it's really hard to see a team stopping these guys so far. And this Roosevelt team definitely did not do that. And yeah, good win from Ferris. Obviously got to play a lot of guys. Love to see that. A lot of guys got involved, got touches. That's going to continue to be the formula until teams get competitive against this Ferris State team. And truly, outside of Pittsburgh State, which was a 17-point win, and Tiffin, you still have to give a ton of credit. You still have to give a ton of credit to Tiffin with the 7-point win. There hasn't been anyone close as of recent, and for Wayne State, I would guess, going to be probably pretty similar to that. So, good win for Ferris. Continue to do what they continue to do, and yeah, that is the wrap to this recap. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Definitely more Ferris State content, especially when they play GVSU coming up here shortly.